What's up, YouTube? This is Thomas Amato, back for another YouTube video after 5 years. As you can see, the last time I posted a YouTube video was in October of 2020, so it's been a while. So why have I not made that many YouTube videos, or just stopped? I haven't made any YouTube videos, to be honest, since 2020. So why have I stopped? Pretty much I got kind of tired of making YouTube videos. It takes a lot of effort to edit them and stuff, and kind of just lost the interest. But when freshman year of high school came around, I really got into running, so that was another thing. Just kind of focusing on school and running, cross country and track. So that's kind of another reason why I haven't really been thinking about YouTube videos at all. But anyways, I ran a lot in high school. Ended up running a 4:16 mile, 9:18 2-mile, 15:46 5K in cross country, which wasn't too happy about that because I got injured my senior year in cross country. So I actually haven't really ran faster than that ever. So that's what I've been training to do this year. This year I've been training to run a 5K PR, a big 5K PR. But I haven't really been able to do that, like run that PR yet, because I went to college in BYU, Idaho this semester in a town called Rexburg. So Rexburg is actually pretty high up in elevation. It's about 4,900 feet, 48. There's actually some parts of that town that are like over 5,000 feet of elevation. And for those of you who don't know this, when you're at elevation, you run slower. I actually did run some 5Ks up there, but they weren't faster than 15:46. Well, I did run a 15:45, but that was like a cross-country race, not an official like race. So, and actually last week I did run a track 5K, but it did not go well. Let me tell you a little bit about that. So, I ran in a meet called the Idaho State Winter Open last Friday. And it was in a town called Pocatello, which is about 4,600 feet elevation, so it's pretty high up. I knew I was going to run slower than what I would run here at sea level. I'm going on a walk today in South Carolina, which is where I live now. So I like doing this before a race, just going on a walk. But it was on a wooden 200-meter indoor track, that race that I ran on last week. So running a 5K on an indoor track sucked because it was 25 laps. And there wasn't any fast people in that race either, so I was kind of just running it by myself. And it's hard to like find that. It's hard to like stay in the race like mentally, because kind of like losing yourself through the laps. Like I didn't even know what lap I was on like halfway through the race. And I didn't know how to I wasn't pacing myself well either. I went out way too fast that day. Died so hard. Ended up running a 15:53, which is pretty sad about that, not gonna lie. But even if I take that time that I ran, there's something called an elevation running altitude conversion calculator. So pretty much what I ran that day, take off 30 seconds about. So I should be running about 15:20 if I'd give that same effort today. But I do think I'm gonna do better today, because honestly, that wasn't a good race in my opinion. I didn't pace myself well. And I also, you're in college, you're staying up late. I just, wasn't the best environment for running a fast race. I also had to do 3 hours of jiu-jitsu the day before that race, because I'm in ROTC. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's an army program where you're just like training to be an officer in the army. So we had to do like some self-defense lessons the day before, and that kind of made me tired. So that tired me out. I also wasn't getting good sleep that week, so I'm locked in right now. I think I'm gonna do well today. So right now it's 9:44. Probably head out to the track about like 11 a.m. and let's do it on this 5K. I'm pretty excited, so see what I do. Okay, you filming right now?
Yep.
All right, we're about to start this time trial. Pretty excited. Wearing my old high school jersey. Hopefully it'll bring me good luck, so let's go. Alright, so I started the time trial feeling pretty good. I felt a little bit tired when I started, or just throughout the race, because it's been like a long week kind of, and I had 2 days of long travel from Tuesday to Wednesday. Took a bus from Idaho down to Utah, and then I took a flight out of Utah to South Carolina, so it took a while. And I didn't even run on Tuesday because I literally didn't have time. And on Wednesday, I got here in South Carolina late at night, and I did a speed workout in preparation for the time trial on Saturday, today. And I feel like I did it too close, that workout. I did it too close to the workout, so that made me feel a little bit tired today, but I wanted to do the time trial anyway because I'm going to Florida next week for Christmas, so I wouldn't be able to do it next week either, so still be training in Florida, but I wouldn't be able to do the time trial, so I kind of just wanted to do it today. But felt pretty good the first few laps. First lap like 114, and then 800 through 227, and then the first mile was 458, which I thought was a little slow, a little conservative, which was fine because I was scared of dying again. Last week when I ran that indoor 5K, I went out too fast, and my first mile was my fastest, and my last mile was really slow, so I didn't want that to happen again. So I just took it slow, and then you'll see what happens. So something that's really funny that happened during the race is my dog actually got off his leash and he started running after me, and he ran after me for an entire lap, which I thought was really funny. My brother thankfully was able to stop him, but my dog's pretty quick, I'm not gonna lie. For being that small, and like, dang, that was crazy. But yeah, I continued running. Went through 2 miles in around 10:02. So I slowed down a lot in the second mile, ran a 5:04. Looking back, I feel like I could have pushed a lot harder in that second mile. I was just staying. I didn't really want it. I didn't want it bad enough, I guess. You could say that, but like, I was just worried of dying out, like I said before. Kind of just stayed slow. And then I finally got to the last mile. I'm like, dude, I gotta pick this up or else I'm not gonna run really fast. So I picked it up and ended up running a 4:55 for the last mile. I ran a 1:09 for my last lap, so I feel like I saved way too much energy for the end. If I spread out my energy more consistently, would have been able to run quicker, but overall it's a PR, and more attempts will be coming in the future, hopefully, so this is only the beginning. Alright, so here I am at my house after the 5K, so final time was 15:37.4. Wasn't really what I wanted, but it was still a PR. Definitely feel like I could have pushed myself harder and could have gotten probably under 15:30 today, but still happy with a PR and that I tried my best today. I feel like I was thinking about the way I used to act after races, or today was a time trial, it wasn't even a race, but same thing. But after races in high school, a lot of the time I would just be upset with myself and kind of define who I am based on how I perform in a race, which isn't the way I should be looking at it. I'm lucky just to be able to run, and I run because I love to run, not because I feel like I'm pressured to do something, or nobody's telling me what to do now because I'm not running in college or anything, so this is all on me. So I'm doing this because I love it and because I want to get better. So I could be sad about what I did today, or I could be happy. I try my best. I know I have more in me, so I think I'm gonna try 1 or 2 more times before lot of you don't know this, but I'm called to serve as a missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. So in my church, when the young men turn 18, we're called to serve. We apply to serve, put in the papers to serve anywhere in the world and preach the gospel. So starting January 28th, I will be serving in Montreal, Canada for 2 years, preaching the gospel to people out there in the Spanish language. So originally I was called to serve starting January 5th, but it got moved back to 28th because the 28th of January, because I'm already pretty good at Spanish, so they don't need to train me as much, I guess. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 2 years, starting in January 28th. So that's why I'm doing these time trials now, because I won't have time to run as much in the mission, or any time at all, pretty much. I'm going to be focused 24/7 on preaching the gospel, so I'm really excited about that. But I'm hoping to do 1 to 2 more time trials before I leave on my mission. And yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thank you guys for watching, staying to the end, for those who have watched the whole video. Thank you for my family. Shout out to them for coming to the track and helping me record the video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you like this content, and see you guys in the next video.